Here we are, almost through August here in Central Texas, and we are now, I think, day 32 of 100 plus degree days, and probably at least that many days since it's rained last. So I wanted to give you a little update on kind of my FERT program and kind of the results I've been getting. As you can see, the grass is still very much green, thick, healthy, thriving, and still keeping it at 3/4 of an inch. Actually about to raise that up just a little bit since we're not getting any rain. Probably take it up to maybe 8/10 of an inch or 9/10 of an inch, somewhere in there, just under an inch. But as you can see, the lawn is looking pretty good. Still have those patches of common Bermuda there that I'm trying to eradicate, not having much luck. As I look in the backyard, again, you can see the deep green. This is still watering 2 days a week. That's all we're allowed to, and I think that that's sufficient. I'm putting probably a little more than an inch, maybe 1.5 inches now a week of water. Watering 4 times in little short increments, 4 times twice a week. And so I usually start at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and 7 a.m., usually 5 minutes at a time. You can kind of see there's some heat stress there. This area is not getting a lot of water from the way the sprinklers, they just don't reach that spot, and you can tell how much that heat is getting to that area. But the rest of the lawn is doing pretty good. You can see there on the left some common Bermuda. Still can't seem to get rid of that. So let's talk about what am I using. So here is the N-ext line of bio-stimulant pack, mostly micronutrients, humic 12, aerate, and root growth stimulator. I'm putting that down once a month. Green effect, also with a little bit of nitrogen and iron. I haven't used green punch yet. I'm going to wait probably till next year to use that. But also Milorganite, good old Milorganite still coming through. And I feel like it's tried and true. It's got just the right amount of nutrients, and it's also got iron, and it's a super slow release, and so I think that it's working well. Basically what I'm doing is I'm putting down, during these hot summer months, I'm only putting down 1/4 pound per 1,000 of nitrogen, and I'm doing that every 2 weeks. And I think that that little bit of spoon feeding on a regular basis is what's giving me the great results. You can put that down once a month, or sometimes people put it down even once a season. I just don't feel that that's adequate. You gotta give it regular doses of nutrients. I feel like what happens when you only put it down once a season, or even sometimes once a month, is it gets used up too quickly. When you mow, and those even though it's slow release, sometimes those prills get damaged by mowers. They also get damaged in the hot weather, things like that. Sometimes they get washed away with the rain. Of course, around here we don't ever have that problem. But I feel like the longer, or I guess the more frequently that you can lay that down in small doses, the better your results are going to be. Same thing with the bio-stim pack. Putting that down in small doses once a month, you're going to get great results instead of just putting it all down in large amounts like even the label says. And so with that bio-stim pack, you're talking about the microgreen, the humic 12, the aerate, and the RGS. And if you can see over there on the left, I also have the 700 green effect. And the reason why I added that to the mix was just because of the extra iron. I feel like in the summertime especially, really limit the amount of nitrogen I put down. And so the extra iron is what kind of keeps it green, even though I still am putting down nitrogen. But so in the spring, I'm starting out the season putting down a pound a month definitely, and then cut it back to right now I'm at 1/2 pound a month, which some people will still say in the summertime that you're never supposed to put down that much nitrogen. So I'm doing 1/4 pound every 2 weeks, and I'm still achieving great results. And by putting it down in such small amounts, I never have to worry about burning the yard, but I also still give it that constant boost. And so I think the combination of nitrogen mixed with iron um, is really what's the secret to my success, I guess you'd say. And by no means is my yard perfect. Far from it. I'm really trying to improve some things, but I think the key and what I wanted to point out in this video was how um, I'm able to maintain a very healthy green yard with 100-degree temps and no rain throughout the central Texas summer, all the while mowing under 1 inch. And so I've been told by numerous experts in the lawn care industry, they would say, "Oh, you can never mow low in the summer. Your grass will be too stressed, the roots will be too stressed, and so forth." And just kind of wanted to show evidence that that's not the case. And the reason why I feel like lawn care companies discourage mowing low is just simply because it has to be done so frequently. And if so, they're going to come mow your yard once a week. Obviously, they can't cut it at 1 inch because it's going to grow too fast. And so, by keeping your yard tall, that allows them to come out less frequently. Unless you're willing to, pay somebody to come out and mow your yard twice a week, which most people aren't willing to do. So therefore, that's not really an option. And so, I have to get out in my yard typically 2 to 3 times a week to keep it at this length. And if I was going to go shorter, like 1/2 inch, like some people do, my yard could handle it. It doesn't have anything to do with the heat or the stress. It just has to do with I'm going to have to mow every other day, and sometimes that's just not possible. Okay, so to wrap it up, summarize, I think the secret to a healthy lawn is nitrogen and iron throughout the summer, along with micronutrients. And sometimes, depending on soil test, you got to put down some phosphorus and potassium as well. But so use Milorganite or something similar that's not going to burn your lawn at a 1/4 pound every 2 weeks or 1/2 pound every month in the hot months. You can go up to 1 pound a month in the cooler months. And then I've really had great luck with the N-ext line of products. And so just by adding those two things alone and frequent mowing practices, you can have a very healthy lawn in a very short amount of time. And so again, if you like these videos and you would like for me to keep putting information out there about what's working, do me a favor and hit the like button, and more importantly, hit the subscribe button with your notifications on. That way, when I do post a new video, you'll be notified. But by subscribing, that just lets me know that you guys want me to keep making more videos and that those are being helpful. So this is Real Low Bermuda signing out.